was dedicated to NATO, and NATO, essentially the main issue is that Russia believes that NATO poses almost an existential threat to its national security, and that NATO has shown a blatant disregard for its concerns. And for 30 years, Russia has been trying to say, please, can you just respect it? And for 30 years, it has watched as the military alliance has moved forward through the continent. And he says that NATO has broken its promises and the assurances that were given back in the 90s that they wouldn't expand east. NATO's defence is, of course, that we never made that promise, and in any case, we are a defensive alliance. So again, people on such different sides of the fence here.
Yeah, loads. We've got so much information to dig through. We'll be trying to make sense of it all. We're bringing in plenty of guests to discuss this with, and we also have our correspondents on the ground as well in the Donbass. We've got Murad Gazdiev and Roman Kozyrev. Now, Roman's in Donetsk for us, Murad's in Lugansk. And let's go to Murad first. Video has emerged of explosions in Lugansk. What's the situation like there now, Murad?
Well, we had several blasts, so shells falling on Lugansk in, an hour now, 2 hours ago or so, but now the action has shifted further north, northwest, northeast. That is where the front lines are, and that is where fortified Ukrainian military positions are, because they had spent 7 years at the same lines fortifying the place. Well, I'd just like to mention a jet, presumably a Russian jet, just soared over the city of Lugansk. It went over very quickly, just a few seconds. We were unable to get the camera out quickly enough. Nevertheless, the escalation here is continuing. Shelling is relentless. We're hearing rocket-propelled artillery, so missiles, unguided missiles being fired, Grad missiles, endlessly towards positions, well, towards the front lines. The action is ceaseless. The local authorities have said that they are now on the offensive to liberate the region, Lugansk region, which has claimed independence. They also say that they have made progress. We've heard from the Ukrainian Ministry of Interior, which has confirmed the loss of several settlements, presumably 2 settlements in the west of Lugansk province. I would also like to say that these violence that we're seeing, ferocious battles, they stretch for the duration of the front lines here in eastern Ukraine. So hundreds of kilometers of front lines where now the fighting is relentless. We are also hearing from deeper inside Ukraine that most Ukrainian airfields have now been destroyed. Though obviously we are unable to confirm such reports. The Russian Ministry of Defense had previously said that precision strikes are targeting airfields, targeting anti-air defenses, targeting military infrastructure across Ukraine, and that is being corroborated by various reports we've seen in social media, as well as footage presumably made from those airfields.